Welcome back. I'm Ronnie, and this is Decoding in Progress. Let's begin. The first exercise is sound identification. This section provides opportunities for phoneme or sound discrimination. Eyes can be closed. As each word is pronounced, can you hear the target sound? Here we go. Apt. Apt. Did you hear a? Ask. Ask. Nen. Nen. Sif. Sif. Man. Man. Pams. Pams. Is. Is. Good. The second exercise is rhyming. This section also provides opportunities for phoneme discrimination. Eyes can be closed. As each pair of words is read, do they rhyme? For this exercise, hand gestures are important. My thumb will be the onset of a word, and my fingers will be the rhyme. We are looking for words that have the same rhyme. Here we go. Sup. Pup. Up. Up. Did they rhyme? Gal. Act. Al. Act. I don't know that one. Did they rhyme? Jog. Log. Og. Og. Peg. Bid. Egg. Id. Frog. Drog. Og. Og. Veb. Sib. Eb. Ib. Bus. Sub. Us. Sub. Good. The third exercise is tokens. This section provides opportunities for sound discrimination, but also encourages thinking of letters as consonants and vowels. Here, words are spelled using tokens, one for each sound, white for consonants and green for vowels. Here we go. The word is. What's the first sound you hear in is? I. What's the second and last sound you hear in is? Z. Is. word is ask. Ask. What's the first sound you hear in ask? Ah. What's the second sound you hear in ask? S. What's the third and last sound you hear in ask? K. Ask. The word is opt. Opt. What's the first sound you hear in opt? Ah. What's the second sound you hear in opt? P. And what's the last sound you hear in opt? T. Opt. Nems. Nems. What's the first sound you hear in nems? What's the second sound you hear in nems? Eh. What's the third sound you hear in nems? And what's the last sound you hear in nems? Z. Nems. I don't know if you can tell, but I like a lot of nonsense words because they're excellent for practice and assessment. The word is fought. Fought. What's the first sound you hear in fought? F. What's the second sound you hear in fought? Ah. What's the third and last sound you hear in fought? T. Good. Fought. And. What's the first sound you hear in and? Ah. What's the second sound you hear in and? What's the last sound you hear in and? D. And the last word? Bask. Bask. What's the first sound you hear in bask? B. What's the second sound you hear in bask? Ah. What's the third sound you hear in bask? S. And what's the last sound you hear in bask? Bask. Good. The fourth exercise is substitution. This section provides opportunities for phoneme manipulation. Eyes can be closed. After a word is pronounced, listen carefully for the sounds to be exchanged. Alright, here we go. Say dep. Say dep again, but instead of saying d, say f. Fep. Say shop. Say shop again, but instead of saying sh, say ch. Chop. Say zitch. Say zitch again, but instead of saying I, say Such. Say sun. Say sun again, but instead of saying s, say t. Ton. Say biz. Say biz again, but instead of saying b, say w. Whiz. Say met. Say met again, but instead of saying say a. Mat. highlighted the wrong letter. It's okay. Say nut. Say nut again, but instead of saying t, say p. Nup. Good. The fifth exercise is addition, deletion. This section also provides opportunities for phoneme manipulation. Eyes can be closed. Similar to substitution, listen carefully for specific sounds to be added or deleted. Here we go. Say unfair. Say unfair again, but don't say fair. Un. Say some. Say some again, but add an mer at the end. Summer, right? Say hips. Say hips again, but don't say s. Hip. Say mid. Say mid again, but add a dull to the end. Middle. Say ubs. Say ubs again, but leave out the b. Us. Say hip. Say hip again, but add stir at the end. Hipster. Say mask. Say mask again, but don't say k. Mass. Good. The sixth exercise is word families. This section provides opportunities to practice decoding, but using simple and reliable spelling patterns. Decode each word as it is highlighted. Nonsense words will be in the color beige. Here we go. The word family is ant. Ant. And remember that we're going to stretch the words as much as we can. Here we go. Band. Can't. That's not a word, but that one is. Dant. Fant. Gant. Hand. Jant. Can't. Lant. Mant. Nant. Pant. Quant. Some of you might want to say quant. You're going to find out in a few letters later why. I'll explain it. Rant. Sant. Tant. Oh, I don't know why tant is a word. It's not. Vant. Now, we think that would say want, but it's actually want because the WA says wa. That's why with the QUA of the quant, that's why you want to say quant sometimes, but it's actually quant, and this one's want. Does that make sense? Xant. Yant. And zant. The seventh exercise is syllabification. This section provides opportunities for pattern recognition in words which, in turn, helps with spelling and fluency. Alright, here we go. But as always, let's start off with the vocabulary. Every syllable has one sound. The amount of vowels equals the amount of syllables in a word, mostly. All one-syllable words are syllables too. You got the long vowel symbol. You got the short vowel symbol. Syllabification is the process that we're doing here, and that's sorting and separating word parts into their categories. Consonant and vowel are the two different types of vowels or letters we have in the alphabet. A phoneme is a sound. A syllable is a word part. And then finally, whatever is in between the slashes is purely the sound. Alright, let's continue with one-syllable words that are syllables. Tap. Tap, one syllable. Sup. Gid. Roll. Preeg. Pant. Fanned. And at. These are one-syllable words that are also a syllable. Good. Recap or summarize. Okay, we continued with one-syllable words again. Good. The ninth exercise is affixes. This section provides opportunities to see words in parts. Listen as 3 words containing a particular affix are defined and used in a sentence. Then answer the question that follows. Alright, here we go, but again, let's cover the vocabulary first. Alright. Syllable is a word part. Affix is also a word part, but it has its own rules, and they're different. You'll see. A root word is what you attach things to. What do you attach to a root word? A prefix. The prefix goes at the beginning of a root word. And a suffix goes at the end of a root word. And then finally, un is the prefix we're focusing on. Here we go. Un means not. Kind. Unkind. His unkind words made them upset. Unkind. Lock. Unlock. Here is the key to unlock the door. Unlock. Cover. Uncover. Join us as we uncover the mystery. Uncover. Question. Which word means to find out? Unkind, unlock, uncover. Uncover. Good. Now let's just recap. So for affixes, we continued with the prefix un, which means not. Good. The 10th exercise is sight words. This section provides opportunities to practice decoding as it appears in print. Words in blue are sight words. These will be read slightly faster. Words in black are for decoding. These will be read slightly slower and stretched out. During the reading process, commentary will be added. This isn't for humor necessarily. It is specifically to demonstrate some of the inner conversation we have in our heads when we read. Alright, here we go, but join me, if you will, in reading the words at the bottom. Starting with the, of, and, a, to, in, is, you, that, it, yes, no, not. Alright, here we go. Ooh, food menu. Okay, I'm not a writer, but I did give you opportunities for practice. Here we go. So we've got a food menu here, and we've got, oh gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things listed, and let's take a look at them, okay? So for the first one, at the top it says crab. Crab. These are words with A. Well, the short A anyway. And that looks like it's $26. Yeah, that sounds about right. Or maybe even more now. The next one is bass. And that one is $16. The next one is catfish. And that one's also $16. And then you have salad. And that's $8. And then at the bottom you have a drink, which is $5. Okay? Just an opportunity to practice, but we do have a question. Which is the most expensive? Crab, bass, and by the way, bass, if you're talking about music, then that same word is pronounced bass. But we're talking about food, so it's bass. And then finally, catfish. Which one is the most expensive? Do you remember? Do you remember? Crab. Alright, you're finished. Congratulations, and we'll see you on the next episode.